Batavia Downs! Win more, lots more!
Folks, Batavia Downs is the spot where you can win more, lots more. Just like your Western Regional OTB all over Western New York. Get to Batavia Downs, the region's premier entertainment destination. But wrestling has been premier as far as we're concerned. WWE back popping numbers. AEW trying to work on, getting a deal done so they can continue their path towards both relevancy and challenging WWE. So let's get our panel in here. We got your friend, my friend, our friend, Jake Micah. We got the man from the Thunder Down Under, Slick Saturday. We got the Prophet, Rob, Ryan. We got Sweatpants Joe, and we got the head of the Wrestling with Emotion table, Michael J. Partham. Gents, how are we feeling? How are we feeling in the landscape of wrestling? We're post SummerSlam. We're on the road to Bash at Berlin and All In. How are we feeling, Micah?
SummerSlam was a great time, but looking ahead to the week that will be between, I think, All In's the 25th, and then we got Bash at Berlin on the 31st. There are some incredible wrestling matches. What we're all here for, to see some great matches on both of those cards that I'm really looking forward to. So this month's going to be fun. The builds have been fun on both programs, so I'm excited to chat with you all to see what you're into recently. Wow.
Got to give Slick credit. It might be 7:42 a.m. where he's at right now. How are you feeling, Slick?
Major props.
Feeling surprisingly good. Up and at it, ready to talk some wrestling. It's been a while. I don't say his name and he appears, some would say. So here I am, excited to talk with you fellas. It's been too long and looking forward to some programs coming up.
First, I hope everyone likes the new addition to the star of the show's newest edition. These beautiful lights. I got to shine around here. I am the star around here. But,
the Prophetron 5000.
For the wrestling part of it, I mean, it's been great. There's really been much complaints. Obviously, WWE coming off SummerSlam. What a show that was. AEW's trying to build All In. Obviously, that's going to be a big show. There's nothing really to complain about right now. And, the Prophet loves to complain.
Oh, we know.
Yeah, kind of exhausting, actually, to be honest, trying to keep up with everything that's going on in wrestling. Plus, the Summer Olympics was going on. A lot of stuff going on. I was exhausted. But it's been a lot of fun. It's been exciting. And Tony Khan is talking about the biggest announcement in the history of the company. Yeah, that's going to be crazy. So this has been a good time.
I don't think there's been an announcement formally announced for tonight, but he's basically indicating that things are to come.
Right.
We'll see if that comes to fruition. But wrestling right now is so hot that I feel compelled to watch TNA on Thursday nights. I mean, what is that about?
Wow.
But All In looks like it's going to have a top to bottom card full of matches that are going to cook. WWE is cooking every Raw and SmackDown, especially now that the Tribal Chief is returned. It seems like every story is hitting on some level. There might be one or two downer or maybe blah segments every Raw or SmackDown, but Raw's not. I've said this before. Raw's not feeling like a 3-hour show anymore. And Cody, actually, I heard Cody actually had the higher rating on SmackDown, even with Roman Reigns' return. So they have a lot of top stars at a lot of spots that are just making people want to watch. It's not just one guy leading the charge; it's the whole team. And AEW, for all their struggles recently, they've still got some top stars. They've still got some matches that we want to see, and a lot of intrigue as far as who's going to stick around and who's going to come back.
Yeah, with Roman Reigns advertised for last Friday, it definitely made sense to just kick it off with Cody, get that rocking and rolling. Obviously, it seems like right now, I guess the biggest thing across the board is the bloodline for what's going to be occurring over the next 3 months. I guess my question, and before we'll get into the topics in a second here, is there any way we get to Survivor Series without the final boss?
I don't think so.
I didn't think it was a possibility, but now I'm at it could be 2 to 5% possible.
The only way I think is if they do a 4v4. If it's a 5v5, then he's back.
We talked about it, I think, on Trainwreck Tonight a couple weeks ago, and I was like, I wonder what his filming schedule is. So I did look up and try to do as much research as I could. And Red Notice 2 could be filming. It said late 2024 is its filming time. and they are filming in Vancouver, Canada.
How the hell does
Also-
Red Notice have a sequel? The whole thing was like the big twist
It
at
was-
the end. It was ridiculous.
I mean,
I don't know.
They're
Speaking
filming
of
in Vancouver, and Micah, didn't you say they were? He was filming something prior in Seattle or something.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, so I mean, he's right there, and then if you go on set for Vancouver, it's like they almost like laid that up for him.
That's what Vancouver was such a weird, like when they were talking up LA for all. Remember, the first reports were like, "Oh, it's going to be at the Intuit Dome in LA, the new arena," and then all of a sudden, randomly, they're like, "Oh, Vancouver." I'm like, huh, that's like interesting. And they've usually been in the state. Well, I guess Money in the Bank was in Toronto, but still, just interesting about that.
Vancouver is a pretty good filming city for like
Yep.
TV shows and movies.
yeah,
It's a
100%.
nice, beautiful city that not a lot of people are familiar with as far as how it looks, the buildings and whatnot. So it makes it ideal for filming anything outside of the States. So if that's the reason they put Survivor Series there, then very clever.
I mean, speaking of the final boss, did you guys see what he was doing while Roman Reigns was returning to SmackDown on Friday?
No,
Wasn't he in a, like,
Singing
a theater
Moana
person?
2 at some event.
that's what happens when you're the boss. You know, you got other obligations.
Yeah,
I mean, to speak candidly though, and I would say this to the final boss's face, that he needs to solidify that Hollywood side. Things have been a little bit on the downturn the last
You don't think
couple
Red
years.
Notice 2 things are looking up?
Yeah, he's basically, no offense, final boss. You're just going on a sequels run here, like probably to re-solidify. You got Moana 2, Red Notice 2. Oh, can't
What are we
wait
going to
till
get,
that
Black Adam 2?
well, no, that you're definitely not
It's
going
not
to
gonna
get.
happen.
What you're going to, the other sequel you're going to get from him is Fast and Furious. He's going to be in that one too, as he was teased at the end of the last one
Jumanji
as
2?
well. Jumanji 3.
Oh,
Rob, keep track, okay, there,
3,
buddy.
yes.
With that said, let's kind of reel it in here. By the way, got to put a button on this because we didn't have a show last week. Myself, Slick, Rob went to Cleveland for SummerSlam. Amazing time. We may have overdone it a little bit. Friday night, we went to SmackDown. We went to the SummerSlam kickoff show. We went to the Sami Zayn like private show at the Ahoka Theater or whatever. It was crazy. It was absolutely absurd. LA Knight was making jokes about Vince McMahon. We won't get into it too much, but he's like a man.
AEW.
Yes, a man once made me pretend to be like a model. Like it was hysterical. It was ridiculous. But that was for 8 hours on Friday. We were consuming wrestling content from Friday at 5 p.m. at the kickoff show until 1 a.m. at the Sami Zayn show when Road Dogg stormed right past Big Slick while he was trying to get his interview. He was just trying to be a hopeful kid out there. But great weekend in Cleveland. The train rolls on here. With that said, putting a button on everything since WrestleMania, I wanted to cue this up, had it as a topic. Favorite wrestling thing of the past 90 days. So I put thing because maybe it's, a storyline. Maybe it's something that's not a match exactly. For example, what would you even call what the DIY RKO backstage segments? Those have been running, pretty steadily.
That was talked about at Sami Zayn and Friends.
That was talked about at Sami Zayn and Friends. A great, like a piece of content that now when it came on my timeline today and it was 3 minutes old, it was appointment viewing. I had to watch it. So I'll kick it off with that. I'm loving the stupid DIY RKO angle they got. Parthy, why don't you cue us up here? Favorite wrestling thing the last couple months?
I just hope they haven't peaked with the Undertaker's cameo at the end of the.
That was big. That was big. They got back to glory.
They had Bobby Roode today, I think, or something.
That
Nice.
would be
Glorious.
Well, past 90 days, you got to say Judgment Day. I mean, the Bloodline's going to have their turn for all their inter-family, drama or whatever. It's only just begun, but the Judgment Day, they've been teasing it. They've been building it. They finally paid it off at SummerSlam, and we've only just started to want to see the Terror Twins get their revenge on everyone that betrayed them. And everybody's, you can hear the pops from the crowd when Damien appears out of nowhere, like the Undertaker in that meme, or Rhea Ripley comes charging down to the ring, wanting to get her hands on Liv and Dom. So this angle is pretty much the hottest thing I think currently that they have on Raw right now, and we've only just started to see it.
I'm going to give a different answer, a little outside of the box answer. I like all these crossovers we're seeing. TNA, NXT, we're seeing NXT guys show up.
Anyone in particular?
All of them, like the Creed brothers showing up in GCW. Like all this stuff is different. And it's just something that WWE has never done before. And I like it, and I want more, and I'm hoping that eventually we'll see the major crossover that we all want to see, WWE, AEW. Doubt that's ever going to happen, but I never thought these were going to happen, so you never know.
So do you believe in it?
I believe in it. Yes, I do.
I think if anybody can make AEW WWE happen, it would be Edge and Christian. That's my only legitimate argument there. Well, that's that profit. What do you see these past 90 days highlighting for you?
Yeah, well, I mean, Parthy over there, of course, has to steal the Prophet's, thoughts. But what's new on this show? So I'll go a different route, and I'm gonna go Chad Gable. I mean, ever since it's basically been since WrestleMania, maybe a little before, but it's really started picking up after WrestleMania. Ever since then, his character has just transcended upwards, and it's been a while. He's had all these little gimmicks, but him as a heel has been just great stuff right now.
Yeah, you stole my alternative too, so I'm just gonna keep it plain and simple. My favorite thing, it's not even just Judgment Day. It's been Dirty Dominic Mysterio. I think he's the best heel in wrestling right now, and it's not even close. And if he keeps going at this rate, he has a way to solidify himself as the best heel ever. And it's pretty tough being Dom right now, man. I mean, running around with a pretty girl like Liv Morgan and this new crew that always has your back. You get nuggies whenever you want. I mean, come on, man. Dom is the man, and the rate he's going, nothing's going to change. Everyone said he made a heel turn after already being a heel. I don't think that's really possible. He just became more of an asshole and more hateable, which didn't think could happen, but here we are. So my favorite thing is definitely Dirty Dom. I'm excited to see how he keeps this run up and keeps getting more and more hated.
I had written down on here, we already touched on it, but I literally wrote Dom Mysterio on this, so we're on the same page, Slick. But I will go with the first AEW comment on here, and it's Swerve's title run, honestly, since Dynasty, just like the ascent into a true top guy of the promotion. We all knew it was like it been pretty evident by the end of last year that this was going to happen eventually, but I wanted to see how it would be as a champion. I think the presentation and how he's kind of evolved has been spot on to what it needs to be, to where the Wembley main event feels like a big deal because of Bryan, obviously, but Swerve is such a worthy candidate to be the first one who gets a crack at Danielson's career, however that goes. And if you watch Swerve, whether it was from NXT days on, if you watched him on ROH or in Lucha Underground, if you remember him like whenever doing all that stuff, the evolution of that he does like every single year is crazy. He's been a different guy, and he's built onto it since he was like a young, basically prodigized prospect wrestler coming up in the early 2010s, late 2010s era. So it's been awesome to see the ascent, and that Wembley match is going to be cinema.
Did anybody catch his interview with Logan Paul, Dom?
I was just going to mention that. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Over Japan.
Vince McMahon wanted him to literally hang above the ring. Battle.
What Adam Sandler movie is it where he catches? Is it Billy Madison where he catches the dodgeball? And he's like, now you're all in real big trouble.
Yeah.
I think that's almost like Dom Mysterio as his heel character now, because he's got like the confidence. He's like not worried at all about anything that's happening. I mean, because he was literally needling the fuck out of Logan Paul at that one point in the interview. That 90 seconds is some of the funniest internet to come out in a the mention of the hat was fucking hysterical.
He's
literally
like,
hysterical.
You'd be a better heel than me if you go back to Japan.
I mean, dude, that was unbelievable. So I think we're only going to be seeing even better stuff out of Dom as he continues to get that confidence and everything like that. Speaking of better stuff ahead, we got obviously a huge enchilada of action. We got Bash at Berlin. We got All In. We got All Out. And then, of course, we have more WWE, TNA, everything action on the way. So with that said, I'll kick it off, and I'll take the easiest one. I'm sorry, guys. Danielson, Strickland. It's basically just going to be, Danielson's career, and you got Strickland's reign here. I think you could solidify both easily with a textbook match that Danielson could absolutely orchestrate and Strickland can absolutely follow through on. So looking forward to that match the most. Micah, did you want to take from here, or does anyone else want to jump in?
I had that written down, and I mentioned it already. That can't wait for that. But a match that I've posted as a dream match for a long time, Cody Rhodes and Kevin Owens for the WWE title at Bash at Berlin. Since Cody came back to WWE, since before he even was thinking about joining WWE, I've just been such a fan of these guys, and to see them in their current form have a dang world title match is going to be one of the best matches of the year. I truly believe that. Gunther Randy is close. That's such a great card. We'll talk about that more, but Cody Kevin is personally like, I can't wait for that match more than anything in the next month.
Are we all on the same page that this Friday Kevin Owens is going to lose his absolute brain somehow?
The apron powerbomb is going to go crazy when it happens.
Yeah.
When he finally does it and looks just like distraught, like, I don't know what I'm doing, but I needed to do it. It's going to be crazy.
We need anger management Kevin Owens back for Friday. Wembley Stadium for me is what I'm most looking forward to, and it's because it's all about Mariah. Mariah's ascension to the top, this feud with Toni Storm has been top tier. We want to talk about cinema. I mean, this has an argument to be the best long-term storytelling in pro wrestling right now. And I think Mariah is going to ascend her way to the top at Wembley Stadium in front of her home crowd. And that match is not going to be for the lighthearted, because those are two very heavy-hitting gals. And the emotions behind everything that's going to go into that match is going to be must-watch. So really looking forward to that.
Wait.
I agree.
So we're terming this as what? I got you here. Hang on a second.
They call this cinema.
They do call it cinema. I think Slick hit the nail on the head. The only better storytelling than this right now in WWE, except for maybe, it's got to be fine. Maybe the final boss eventually coming to the Bang Bang Gang, as we all saw. He went guns up that one time. That's the only better storytelling. Prof, what do you got looking forward to this next month?
Well, since Micah decided to do two picks, this is how I'm feeling.
This right here is bullshit.
I don't know, Mike, if you can't read, but it says match, not matches. Since you decided to choose two over there, I got to go another route. But I'm going to go with the American Championship. MJF versus Ospreay. We've seen it once, but that was limited to 60 minutes. Obviously, I don't think it's going to more than 60 minutes, but it's going to be a banger.
I like that. What do you got, Sweatpants?
I got Bash in Berlin, the mixed tag match between the Judgment Day explosion, implosion, whatever you want to call it. I'm kind of interested to see where it goes after that, more so than the match. But I also want to see Rhea get her hands on Dirty Dom. So that's the match I'm looking forward to.
There's a first time for everything. What do you got, Parthy?
Yeah, this one actually has a little bit more intrigue into it because of real life allegations of backstage shenanigans going on. People are not taking to Mercedes Moné since she's been back, more so because of her mic skills or maybe lack thereof. She still has her strong suit is still in the ring, and now she has a heater with her in Camille, going up against Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. But are the fans going to continue to back Britt Baker with everything that's been coming out, everything that they've been hearing, or are they going to? Well, I don't think they're going to turn on Britt for Mercedes. But the real intrigue in this match is, of course, the return of the Hater, one Jamie Hater, and the Pop. She's going to get it all in.
Yeah, big time.
I think actually you bring up a good point about Mercedes. I think she has cooled off a little bit. With that said, I think that's just as much to blame on like everything around her as much as her. I think she hasn't really had somebody good to bounce off with in AEW. Nobody's been even portrayed as close to on her level since she's been in there. Yeah, Willow, like they really kept saying, you almost ended my career. But every back and forth, Mercedes got the better of her. In the match, Mercedes got the better of her. So there wasn't any good storytelling there. And I think, so again, I see what you're saying about Mercedes, but I think that maybe Britt Baker can be the one who kind of like reinvigorates, like, maybe the Bailey to her Sasha Banks in a way.
I think that'll be a great match.
And Mercedes' strength is wrestling too, and they haven't done enough of that on TV. Like tonight, she has a big match with Sheeta. That should be incredible, and that's the type of stuff that's what they should have given her, a heavy load of wrestling at the beginning, and then we can work the character stuff because she's like figuring it out as she goes, and that doesn't make for good national wrestling television.
Yeah, may have given more credence to some of the weaker mic work if she was dominating with the ring work up front. Of course, speaking of dominating, let's see if anybody can dominate. Let's bring it in. It's time for some train wreck trivia.
Batavia Downs! More, lots more!
All right, much to the chagrin and dismay of fans, we could be nearing a New Day breakup. I still don't think it's possible. I still don't think it's actually something that could exist in the timeline. But they've been together for, a decade, right around a decade now. They formed shortly after XAVIER Woods' debut. So my question to you is, who was XAVIER Woods' original tag team partner upon his debut for about 6 to 8 months before the New Day launched? Who was XAVIER Woods' first tag team partner?
This is like right before I started watching WWE again, and I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I got one hint.
Mm-hmm.
He's still on the roster.
Is it The Miz?
Nope.
Is it R-Truth?
It is. Oh, why are you showing that? It's R-Truth. Damn you.
Wow.
I hate this shit. Why does it always do that? It always shows the thing underneath.
You know when
There.
you
Is this
tap
gonna
it?
work?
We didn't see it. It's all good.
Oh my god. It's literally just the social impressions. What the fuck? I'm so pissed at this shit.
Hey.
There
Oh,
we
there
go.
you go, there you go.
Okay.
There it is.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I've actually looked at. And now, of course, I hate to say it, R-Truth looks exactly the
I
fucking
know.
same. The
Were they,
timeless wonder.
His
But
dreads
yeah,
are
Were
just a
they a
little
tag
bit
team
longer.
in TNA?
I do not know if they were a tag team in TNA, but yes, there was a write-up about how they came right to WWE around the same time, and they were teamed up. Great creativity, Vince McMahon.
Yeah.
Let's put the two
Great storytelling
TNA,
there.
guys together, of course. But the rest is history with the New Day. Shout out to Batavia Downs and that train wreck trivia as we go into Bash at Berlin and we go into all kinds of the matches. With that said, enough about the WWE, enough about TNA, enough about AEW. It's time to talk some promotions. So with that said, we have the unnamed promotion. We have Slick City Wrestling. We got Prophecy Wrestling. We got Crazy Wrestling Company. We got Crazy Wrestling and Sport. Wait, hold on. CWASC. What's the first part again, Micah?
CWSC, Continental Wrestling and Sports Entertainment.
Continental Wrestling and Sports Entertainment. And then Marky Mark Wrestling, who will not be making a pick tonight. But we got
Good.
Joe entering. So with that said, Joe, it's your pick for 2 picks.
We also need to
Anyone's
know
on the
name.
board. And we do need a name, time, and what network you're going to be declaring on with your promotion.
So, sorry, I'm being ignorant on all this. I don't know what times. Like, are we going head to head with people, or is everyone?
We
going
got
head-
we got a couple people going head to head. For example, Ali and Slick are going head to head, and then you got Rob and Rob and nobody's going. So that's it for right now. We got only one head to head matchup on.
Do we have a roster graphic too we can pull up?
We do. It's just give me 1 second. Hold on.
I don't know
hold
who's
on.
been picked so far. So.
Yeah.
Oh my
Just want to make
God.
sure Joe doesn't name
I'm
it.
completely
People
blind
that-
going into this.
Yeah.
Joe's just there making 12 picks that we already made.
All right, off the
I will
board
take
already.
Cody Rhodes.
CM Punk, Jacob Fatu, Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, Roman Reigns, Kenny Omega, Seth Rollins, Will Ospreay, Swerve Strickland, Gunther, Drew McIntyre, and MJF.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you have 2 picks.
I kind of forgot, the fake tribal chief decided to choose, Jacob Fatu. Like, come on now.
Yeah, that was a pick and a half.
And they need to have had 5 matches.
Yeah,
in
the only
past
rules,
year.
as always, they need 5 matches in the last calendar year at the
Maybe that
point
guy's
you
decided to
draft
choose a
them.
namer yet. Maybe
At
so
the
I can
point
finally
you
sue
I
him.
draft.
did. Shut up.
So they had to have 5 matches in the last calendar year, but do those matches have to be in WWE
No,
or
anywhere.
AEW?
They have to be on cage match.
Because I feel like my first overall pick should be the one that I believe in, and his name is Joe Hendry.
Wow.
Joe Hendry.
Go.
I mean,
Joe,
you're going to be doing
of course.
numbers. You're going to be doing numbers on the
You're gonna get
ratings.
that
So-
draw.
And
brother.
what was your name? Did you announce the name and stuff yet?
So the name will just be SPW, Sweatpants Wrestling.
That's perfect.
Yeah.
SPW.
And
SPW. The fans are going nuts.
what's your network and time of air?
So is the Superstation open, TBS?
Yes.
Is that-
I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
All right. We're going to do Saturdays on the Superstation at 6:05 p.m.
I love
I
it.
guess,
Wow.
but that's what we're doing. Saturdays at 6
Says take that, Tony Khan.
on the Superstation, TBS.
This guy's
Okay.
getting no ratings.
You get no, he's gonna be fine. He's got Joe Hendry. Everyone's gonna be tuning in.
I've got
Uh,
Joe Hendry,
But you also get one more pick.
and I get
Mr. Sweatpants.
the second pick. All right. I'm looking at, trying to figure out who's available.
You got Kevin Owens.
Relax, maniac. You can pick.
Darby Allen.
Kofi
Yeah.
Kingston.
Bro, slow down.
I'm going to show you how outside the box I'm going to pick here because I have this action figure right in my hand,
Oh boy.
and he's going to be my second pick. And a lot of you guys are going to be like, why would you ever pick him? Because he's on every week, and why not? Grayson Waller is my second
Oh my
overall pick.
Oh
God.
my God.
Wow.
Grayson
Sweatpants
Waller.
Wrestling. It's appropriately named because they're all going to be out of a
Bro.
job in about a fucking month.
Joe
Wow.
Hendry, Grayson Waller.
All right,
Let's
but you know what? Joe Hendry's getting the Grayson Waller rub, so that's huge for him.
That would be a
May I
killer.
ask if like anyone is allowed to just wrestle in sweatpants at any given time if they want?
Sweatpants are mandatory. So
Oh, sweet. Okay, see, I thought
Okay. I like it.
okay,
Okay.
now the wrestlers are really not gonna like
So
it.
now time to get underway. We got Parthy, Slick, Rob, myself, Micah, Sweatpants.
Okay.
And then we'll go back snake order. So Parthy, you're up. Who are you gonna pair as your third guy behind CM Drunk and Jacob Patu?
That makes no sense. See him drunk. He's never had a taste of alcohol in his life. Jesus
You don't
Christ.
remember?
bro,
You don't remember Jericho when he made him walk a line as the champion?
Bro, there was Punk was caught in the WWE locker room talking on the phone with a bottle of whiskey in his hand.
He really did. That was so funny.
He was faking it. He was luring Jericho in, you mark.
I'm the mark.
Anyway,
Picking CM Punk number one overall, is it a mark move?
like you don't have your own. Anyway, let's just move on. So you know what? I like stirring up stuff. Just like my favorite wrestler. So what I want to do is go head to head with Punk's old promotion AEW, but I don't want to do it on any network. I want to do it from within. So there's a Warner Brothers side, and there's also a Discovery side. So at 8 p.m. every Wednesday on the Discovery Channel, Pipe Bomb Wrestling is proud to select the megastar. And I'm not talking about, what's his name? Logan Paul. He's got his own problems that he's going to be having to handle personally and professionally for like the next few months. The megastar we're selecting is L.A. Knight. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a good.
I'm not feeling it.
The megastar goes to Pipe Bomb Wrestling. All right, Slick City Wrestling. What do you got?
Yeah, I'm excited to add this pick. First pick of the second round. I feel like I got a little carried away in the first. Didn't exactly get the two I wanted, but I'm still happy with the matchup, and I'm even more happy to add this third. I'm going to go with Hangman Adam Page.
Okay.
Wow.
All right.
Wow. Okay. Okay.
Hmm.
All right, the Hangman comes in. Prophet, what do you got? You're coming up. You're looking. What are you adding on to right now? You're adding on to Roman Reigns and Kenny Omega. This is a big third pick, Prophet.
Yes.
I think Rob stole the first round.
Huh. Who should I
The
go
first
with
set of
here?
picks. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
possible. I
yeah,
mean,
yeah,
those are two A.
You know
those
what?
are two A1s.
I have 2 stars on the men's side. Let's get a star on the women's side.
Oh,
I'm changing it
the
up.
first woman picked.
And I'm going with not just one of the greatest.
Nia
The
Jax.
greatest. Mommy Rhea Bloody Ripley.
Good pick.
Wow,
Good pick.
Rob
Good
with
pick.
Rhea Ripley.
great
He was
pick.
top
All
of my
right,
board,
Rob.
Rob.
All
That
right,
was a good
Rob.
pick.
All right.
Yeah, I think it's a 1A for a lot of people. Wow, great pick, Rob. All right, that leaves it.
You
to
know what
me.
I'm going to be doing on Tuesday nights? Seeing my ratings go up and your ratings go down.
Son of a bitch. Son of a bitch. No,
Who
my
gave him
ratings
that?
aren't going to go down, Rob. All right, well, you made this pretty easy on me, and now I've got a great feud that I can bring in, and I can light it up. You know, whenever Ospreay and Rollins get tired of their trilogy that they'll be introducing fans to the CWC Monday nights on Bravo as we go head-to-head against Monday Night Raw. Probably going to dominate them every friggin' week. With that said, the third pick of Crazy Wrestling Company, the phenomenal one,
Wow.
AJ
Oh,
Styles.
Okay.
Not bad.
He's
Not
I
still
like it.
he's still got a lot of gas left in the tank, boys.
I like it.
can I just say all 3 guys on your roster would be sick in Bullet Club?
Yep.
Yeah, dude, I've got the sickest roster. With that said,
Wait,
Here
wait,
comes-
wait, wait, wait. You've
Like,
got the
what?
sickest roster? You got the sickest roster?
That's cap. Totally cap. That means lie.
exactly. That's my guy entertaining you.
Hey,
I know
hey,
exactly.
Hey,
That
hey,
means
maniac,
lie is
maniac,
the best
maniac.
part.
Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Damn it. All right. All
There we
right.
go.
All right. All right. Enough of that. Enough of that. All right. Micah, what do you got with your third pick to go along with Swerve and Gunta?
All right. Rob Ryan, my 1A on the board, 1A or 1B here was Rhea Ripley. So we had the same mind here. I need a women's cornerstone here, women's champion. So I will go with the EST, Bianca Belair.
Solid.
Wow, Bianca. Okay, great pick, Micah. Great pick, Bianca and Rhea off the board in this one. All right, very interesting. Okay, and now we go to Sweatpants. Sweatpants. Who do you got for your third pick to go along with Joe Hendry and Grayson Waller?
So since I have Grayson Waller, I have to go with Austin Theory as my third pick.
There we
Oh,
go.
Wow,
There we
keeping
go.
WWE kayfabe alive in Sweatpants. I was like,
Collision
I
match,
love
you
that.
get
You
more
can just-
views than Sweatpants Wrestling.
Not going to be outdrawn by Collision. All right. So Joe's got his third pick. Okay, so hold on. Let me think something really quick. Okay, so technically this is the last pick of the round. So Joe, you have to actually go twice right now as well.
Right. So I feel like I better get somebody who actually is pretty good. And I'm going to go Ethan Page.
Oh my god.
Ethan Page. Wow. This is putting some butts in the seats. I'll tell you that.
Sorry.
Okay, we got all right. So Sweatpants Wrestling has Joe Hendry, Grayson Waller, Austin Theory, and Ethan Page. They're
Right.
building out a roster there over on
They're
over on
scrappy.
TBS. It's Saturdays at 6
They
p.m.
do want it.
It's a scrappy roster is what it is. Scrappy.
A lot to prove. A lot to prove
Yeah.
on that roster. All right, Micah, you're back up. You got
Back up.
Bianca. You got the EST.
Feeling good about how the board has fallen. I am taking Kevin Owens.
Mm.
Isn't that
Good
Triple
pick.
H? thing?
Kevin Owens. Okay.
It does sound like
Interesting.
either one. It sounds like both of them, honestly.
Yeah. Oh man. Interesting.
The prize fighter. The man with anger issues.
The anger management, I forgot all about that until Slick mentioned that earlier.
Yeah.
What a
The
great
nice thing
pick.
about Kevin Owens is he can fix all your continuity problems, or at least point out the stupid things that happen.
Even on Fridays, like I don't have enough wins and my win-loss record, bro. Like, who's no one?
Yeah, he's
says
like,
that.
I don't deserve this.
Yeah, no, that was very funny. Okay. And we got Kevin Owens to go with Bianca Belair there for Micah. So he's putting together a nice little roster. Swerve, Gunther, Bianca, and Kevin Owens. I got Rollins, Ospreay, and AJ Styles. I hate to say it. I'm just gonna have to keep building my banger stable here, unfortunately, and I'm going to go with someone who people forget how young he is, only 29, for potentially a huge part of crazy wrestling company. Welcome, Konosuke Takeshita.
Oh,
Oh.
wow. Maniac. I see what you're doing,
That's a
Maniac,
dark
and I
horse.
like it. I like it.
Wow, that was a dark
got-
horse.
Wow.
We got Takeshita.
Hey, whoa!
All right,
Let's not
whoa,
say anything
PG,
here.
brother.
fair. That's fair. Prophet, you got Rhea Ripley. Who are we gonna pair ahead with Roman Reigns, Omega, and Ripley? You got 3 alphas right now. Who are you gonna add to this roster?
Yeah, your locker room's gonna be crazy, man.
Yeah,
Yeah,
insane.
your roster, bro. You're gonna have more problems than Tony Khan, dog.
Huh. Where should I go here? Where should the prophecy go? Huh. You know where we're gonna go? We're gonna
Guys on the
go
edge of our seat.
yeeting Jey Uso.
Wow. Main
Wow.
event Jey Uso, and the bloodline is officially become splintered. Oh, we
Back
got
together.
Roman and Jay on the same show.
Yeet.
Okay.
And you know who we're fighting with?
Interesting.
Unnamed promo. I'm still suing your ass.
For what?
Wow. Good.
And if you want to have
Could Rob?
we could have a crossover. Roman Reigns will kick Jacob Fatu's sorry ass. And he will also
I have
kick
no
CM
idea
Punk,
what Jacob
because
Fatu is capable
Paul
of, man.
Heyman only has one alliance, and he is the wise man to Roman Reigns.
But CM Punk's the original Paul Heyman guy, and you have no idea what Jacob. They had to hold back Jacob Fatu because they
original
didn't want
Paul
him to
Heyman
destroy
guy.
Roman Reigns from the start.
Well, you know who the original. Roman Reigns is also an original. The original tribal chief.
But I'm the head of the table.
Oh.
We'll see for how long. Next records update. All right.
Yeah, let's do the records
Let's see.
update. What are we waiting for?
Flick, what do you got?
Wait, sorry. One of my employees would like to say a word to Parthy over there.
Mate, you're delusional.
There you go. That was.
Wait,
your
wait.
delusional
If he's
part.
gonna
Sorry.
get to say something, then I'm gonna get.
Yep,
Yep. He's got it.
no.
Yep.
I took it off. My pick, buddy.
All right. It's Slick's time. Slick, you just got
Jesus
Paige.
Christ.
You got Cody Rhodes, Sami Zayn, and Hangman Page. Who you adding as a 4th?
Yeah, this one gets interesting because you got that main event, Cody, Sammy, and now you got Hangman in a co-main event slot. And there's been some discussion about this next pick that I have being compared to Hangman Page because of one move, and it might be a little controversial.
Oh, no.
So we're gonna do the battle of
no.
the buckshot lariat and go with the Maverick Logan Paul.
Oh my god!
Wow, Logan Paul, a 4th round pick here in the draft. Very interesting. But yeah, LA Knight and Logan Paul, both or no. Parthy got LA Knight, but you got Hangman Adam Page going battle of the buckshots. Okay, Slick City Wrestling is 4. Parthy, you got Fatu, you got Punk, and you got LA Knight. Who are you closing out the draft with for tonight?
So let's just say that I was afraid with Joe getting all these extra picks, but the way the board has fallen, I mean, there was nothing to be afraid of here. Basically, this is what I was praying for. You know what I mean?
I prayed for this and it happened.
We knew what you meant, yeah.
But anyway, so a few guys have gone off the board. I would have liked to have gotten Jey Uso just for the record. Kevin Owens is nice, and Joe Hendry would have been a dark horse pick of mine for the 2nd round. But of course, Sweatpants Joe can have him. I'm torn here. Do I want the mic guy or do I want the workhorse guy? I mean, I've already
One
got.
thing that sticks out to me: Profit Wrestling is halfway to a Bloodline Bullet Club Civil War.
I'm just going to focus on drawing ability. I'm going to focus on talent. I'm going to focus on who do you want to see either cut a promo or kick someone's ass or get their ass kicked. So hide your fathers because the next draft pick is Christian Cage.
That's a great pick.
Oh my gosh.
That's a great pick.
What a
CM
world
Punk
we live in where Christian gets drafted before Edge. Let's go. I love it. Or
CM
Adam
Punk
Copeland in
and
this
Christian
case.
Cage in the same promotion. Oh,
That's amazing. I hope LA Knight doesn't have any issue with his dad. But another 2 rounds in the books. We'll get the updated graphic out. Awesome to be putting these promotions together. We all now have 4 wrestlers across 7 promotions. We still have Marky Mark Wrestling with 2 for when he joins back the next time. But we're building them out. Any final thoughts here on Wrestling with Emotion, boys? We got Dynamite just about 40 minutes away.
Good Dynamite tonight. Good card. Should be fun.
yeah. I also wanted to bring up earlier when Rob said the American champion. Have any of you guys seen the stuff MJF has been doing off circuit of AEW on the Indies with his American title?
Yeah,
Coming
he's
in.
pissing everybody off.
Oh
I
my
love.
gosh.
You can tell when
The
someone has
Hulkster.
never been exposed to MJF before because they're fucking outraged. They are
Yeah.
they are literally beside themselves.
I mean, he literally like turned Hulk Hogan's theme song into a promo, and it was just spectacular.
Well, I guess both MJF and Ospreay a little conspicuous by their absence tonight, considering that's like one of the hotter feuds they have going on. But
I
I
think-
guess he's doing the rounds in the UK right now, right?
Yeah. Because Matt, that's where he had that show in England was, I think, Sunday afternoon our time. So it would be a tough sell to get back and then go back over, I would think.
Well, you can always record something.
What was the
there'll be something on the show, I bet.
what was the latest number for sold tickets on that? I know we typically get that number punched a lot in the chat.
I
What
think
for
we're
all
like
in, you mean?
between 45K and 50K, somewhere in there. I think it's still at.
Okay, so it's gonna still be a top wrestling show all the time, but not as historic if they can't get that.
How
push.
much
You know why they got him
the-
there?
How much was the SummerSlam? I don't remember what the time. what
SummerSlam ended up. I want to say 57.
57, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, 57.
Yeah, so
solid,
I looked
solid.
it up. SummerSlam was. Hold on, I'm literally looking at the thing right now. SummerSlam was
Which was a
51.
record crowd.
Or no, that
51.
was last year. No. I'm sorry. What the fuck? Where's this year's SummerSlam?
It was largest SummerSlam crowd.
Is it not updated? It's not updated for this.
Yeah, I think it was a record SummerSlam.
It was definitely
crowd.
57. It was 57K.
Okay.
And the shocking thing was that WrestleMania was only 60. So that kind of surprised me because basically like the crowd was
Oh, yeah.
exactly the same. We wouldn't have noticed like a difference in the numbers, but
I
very
do
awesome
have-
crowd to be a part of.
I do
What's
have the
the,
numbers for
all-in
all in
number?
from WrestleTix. The last update was 6 days ago,
Oh,
but the tickets distributed were 45,158. They had increased by 512 in the previous 8 days, the 8 days previous to that. So I'm not sure how much of a surge they're going to get in these last it's going to be August 25th.
So they're probably
they
hoping.
might get to 50.
I was
That's what
gonna say
gonna
they're
hope
hoping
for.
to get to 50 to 55.
Yeah.
I'm sure they would take that in a
What
second.
were they last year?
72 to 81,000, depending on who you believe.
Yeah.
Ooh, yeah. And
The
it was-
controversy.
Yeah, check the
Don't ask Will
turnstile.
Ospreay about that though.
Come on, bro. Come on, bro. Still gonna do the same as some of these WWE pay-per-views. I don't know what.
for double the pay-per-view cost, you should be able to get live into Gorilla with the camera that they had from last year.
I mean, but there was no audio, so it didn't matter.
There was no audio. So it
Well, hey,
didn't
speaking of potentially big events coming around the corner, Slick, what do you think about AEW scouting around places around Australia? Are you going to be at that if they make that
Wait,
happen?
WWE, right?
Or
No,
that's
AEW.
AEW.
Oh, it was AEW? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
WWE already had theirs in Elimination Chamber.
Yeah.
I would definitely be there. I think they need to be very careful about which city and location they pick. I think WWE did a good job when they came to Australia, going to Western Australia. That's where not a lot happens, so you can probably draw the most with one of the biggest stadiums. And the UFC goes there as well, so WWE, it made sense for them to go there. AEW to follow suit. Not too likely. They usually like to do their own thing. I could see them trying to go over like Melbourne at Marvel Stadium. UFC has gone there in the past, and it was a record UFC crowd. Melbourne is one of the biggest cities in Australia, if not the biggest. So I think it's a great idea. They just got to do it correctly. And based on what they've done with Wembley in the past, I think it's totally not out of the realm of possibility. And I would love to go if they end up going.
Well, Slick, give us an impression. Is AEW like hugely popular? Like UK seems to be a little bit more slanted towards AEW than WWE, and that's why they put All In there last year and even this year. But How do you get the sense of wrestling fans in Australia? Like, which way do they lean more so?
Well, the thing is, wrestling fans in general seem harder to find. I don't know if it's just because I don't know the right people, but I think that has somewhat to do with my suggestion of going to Western Australia if you are going to do, because if there is wrestling fans in the country, they're all going to flock there because there's nothing really else to do there. A city like Melbourne, you got like a huge population, but not a lot of them might even know what AEW is. Western Australia, everyone will flock there from the country that is an AEW or just wrestling supporter in general. So I think that's their most viable option. I will say, though, AEW does have a deal where in Australia they are shown on ESPN, I believe.
Oh, okay.
So that definitely that makes me believe that there is definitely the consumers are there, the demand is there, and they're on the worldwide network down under. Can't be too bad. So obviously, we'll see what happens. I think
Do you have a preference for a stadium or a city?
Yeah, I think they're gonna go stadium if they come here either way. So I think their best option is out west, but they could do Sydney, they could do somewhere up north, but I think west is the best move. If not, you got to go Melbourne, and you could still do the numbers, but a lot of people might be buying tickets just because the event is there, which isn't a bad thing. I also think the timing of this coming out and when they're planning on doing this makes me think that it's just going to be the next All-In show. They're just not going to go to Wembley.
That's a good
They're
point.
going to go down under.
So that leaves the question of what they're going to do in Dallas, because that's another stadium that they're eyeing as far as an event next year.
I think Jake said it best one time. He said Double or Nothing Texas Hold'em would be insane in Dallas.
That would fit.
Hangman Adam Page's theme's about to hit when he comes in for revenge on Swerve Strickland.
They got to bring that old theme back. I'm not really buying the new one.
The new one says I think the same thing for Reigns. I don't really love the new theme.
Dude,
too much is going on. Too much is going on.
Yeah, the ba 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 ba. I get that they're going with the drums or whatever. I can't stand
They got to
it.
shorten that intro a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I just missed the original one.
Yeah, me too.
With that said, a kangaroo kick down under would be absolutely biblical.
Oh my God. The heat would be
everyone
incredible.
strap in. Make sure you're following along because we have got craziness, Bash at Berlin, all in, all out, and much more on the way these next couple weeks. Shout out to our whole panel, Parthy, Sweatpants Joe, Rob Ryan, Big Slick, Jake, and myself, because this is not the show where it's wrestling with your conscience. It's not the show where it's wrestling with your budget. This is wrestling with emotion. Get the tendies or Dirty Dom.